Hi guys, Debbie here. Welcome to my channel if you're new here, or welcome back. So today's video I'm super excited to do. I've been meaning to do it for so long and I just haven't had the opportunity to really sit down and spend some proper time filming, and I wanted to devote a decent amount of time to this because I think there's a lot I can do with it in terms of the looks that I can create with it. And I just wanted to showcase it because it is one of my favourite brands. So I'm talking of course about Kaleidos Makeup, and this is their summer set that's got the VR Neon and the turquoise palettes inside. So I'm going to open this with you on camera. I've not even opened it, so I'm going to do that. So I'm undoing the ribbon now and we're going to take a look together. So inside we've got a little slip. So inside there was a little slip saying welcome to the future, and then they've got another little bow inside, and then that's the palettes in the box, and they're really well packed. It's almost like a PR box, although this isn't PR, this is what everybody gets that orders the palette. So there's two palettes in there. So we've got the Futurism 4, which is the VR Neon, and we've got the Futurism 5, which is the Electro Turquoise. So I'm going to open these on camera and let you see the shades inside, and then I'm going to do an eye look with one of them. I've not really decided what I want to do yet, so got my spooky top on, showing a little bit of Halloween spirit in this one. So I'm thinking maybe the neon one because I know there's some green in there and some orange in there, so that might give me some inspiration for some looks. But so I'm going to start with the VR Neon because it's number 4 in the set. I've got the other 3 palettes that Kaleidos brought out in the Futurism set. So the first bundle, which had the Sci-Fi Green, the Astro Pink and the Cyber Bronze, and I just recently posted a picture on my Instagram using the Cyber Bronze. That's one of my favourites in my collection because I love the silver in that. So got really high hopes for this. These are packaged exactly the same, so I know they're going to have a little slip inside, which I always manage to drop, but just beautiful, beautiful packaging. They're the shades inside, and you've got this little, trying not to let my ring light show, you've got this little slip there. So I'm going to take that slip off, and I'm just going to point to the colours. I think that'll make life a lot easier when I'm using it. But in this one you've got 4 mattes and you've got 2 shimmers, and I like that you've got the shimmers sort of together there and the mattes together. I always find that better. I know people love them all mixed up in a palette, but to me I just find it so much easier to think, oh, my mattes are there, my shimmers are there, and it just still flows anyway. So I think it's a very nice ratio. I'd rather have 4 mattes and 2 shimmers than the other way around because you can do so much more with mattes. But Kaleidos shimmers are their next level, and I'm hoping that these are the same. I've deliberately not watched anybody else's videos on this because I really didn't want to have my viewpoint influenced at all, or to see really any looks done with it. I just wanted to have a go for myself, and I'm going to have lots to catch up with all of my YouTube friends that have done this as well. But that one's the VR Neon, and the Electro Turquoise, I don't think this is going to come off on camera. It might do. It's like a bit of a holographic sort of packaging to that. It's really stunning. It's more stunning than I'd anticipated it would be. This one you've again got 4 mattes and 2 shimmers. That's a shimmer there, and that one on the end. So you've got some interesting tones in that palette to go together. So I think you have to be quite good at colour theory to be able to make looks with this one, and I'm not very good at that, so I think I'll be able to do it okay. But I think you've got to be very careful what you blend into what, because if you start blending, say, the orange into the green, I think you're going to end up with a muddy mess. So you've got to be careful to keep some of these shades separated. But beautiful, beautiful colour story, and again those shimmers I can already tell look really like glistening and beautiful in the pan. So I don't swatch my palettes. I very rarely like to touch my shadows, really, just for hygiene kind of reasons. I don't like the thought of like putting my fingers into them, and I know sometimes that's the only way to make formulas work, but I know with these I won't need to do that. I'm sure there's lots of swatch videos out there should you want to see that. But to me the important thing is how shadows perform on the eyes, and that's what we're going to find out today, because we're going to do a look with the VR Neon palette. And I haven't decided what I'm going to do other than that I want it to be Halloween inspired as such. Clearly going to be using the orange, and we're going to be using the green. Got to use one of the shimmers, probably the orange I would say, so I'm going to stick in that sort of palette there. Might bring a black in just simply because I want to make a more Halloween look and sort of go with the season. Absolutely not necessary. I think you could make a look with this, but I do think I will bring a black in. My favourite black in my collection, incidentally, is the Strove Nail Shroud Creepy Cute palette, the shade Void in there. So I'm going to pull that shade in as well, just to darken up the outer corner. I think what I want to do is do, as I say, black in my outer corners into green and then into orange in the corner. So that could be interesting. I might be able to pull it off, I might not. So I'm going to start by building up some black in the outer corner first. So that I can get the black top, I'm going to go in with Black Bean. And I'm going to mark out the shape of where I want that black to be. I'll probably make this one of my kind of winged out looks that I like to do. Dee Dee, it's a Debbie wing, if you're watching. I'm not being too precise, but I just wanted to just get that black kind of shape marked out, but also give me a chance for that to be ultra pigmented in the corners. These NYX pencils are just some of the best tools to have in your kit. It's nowhere near even, but we'll be able to sort that out, I think, with the shadows that are going over the top. So I just really wanted this to be a base. I've not laid down an eyeshadow base on purpose so that I could use these as my base. And then on the inner part of my lids and middle of my lids, I'm going to go in with the Jumbo Pencil in Milk, because these are neon-y types of shades. I think they'll pop really well on a white base. So I'm going to look really crazy until, probably till I finish this look, to be fair. I'm just going to blend out that white shade a little bit and blend it kind of into the black. Now I'm going to set those kind of wing shapes that I've made in the outer corner with the Void shade from the Creepy Cute palette. I'm also going to bring that down onto my lower lash line and add there in the corner so that it connects. I'm just going to keep adding a little bit more black at a time, just until I'm happy that it's diffused enough in the outer corner. I want to keep a graphic shape, but I want it to not look like I've just slapped on a triangle as such, which is essentially what I did do, but starting to get a bit more the effect that I was looking for now. Okay, I've got quite extreme wings going on, but I'm not mad at it, I quite like it. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the VR Neon palette, and as I say, I'm going to go in with the green shade next, and I'm going to pack that on with a 303 from Linda Hallberg. I'm just going to pack that next to that black. And that's a beautiful shade of green. love green eyeshadow, as you guys know if you've been following me for any length of time. But that's got a really, really nice tone to that. Just laying it down for the time being, just packing it on and making sure that it's as strong as I can get it. Got some creasing there with that NYX pencil, which sometimes happens if I don't work fast enough. And I'm just trying to get a blend now between those two colours, and I think I'll swap to a lot more flexible fluffy brush to help me do that. Then again, using a packing brush, I'm going to go in with the orange shade. The temptation to use the red is strong, but I've done a lot of red looks lately, so we're going to not use that today. Wow. That is a beautiful, beautiful orange. Just got to be very careful where it touches that green. So I'm just packing that next to the green, and I will blend it slightly in a moment, but I'm focusing on packing it down and keeping the shape that I want. It's a very graphic shape. And I'm just going to give a very light blend between the two shades there, but I don't want them to really blend too much. I think that's the best we're going to get it, given that the colours are completely from a different colour palette to one another. So then in the space I've left in my inner corners, and I'm going to wrap round as well, I'm going to use the orangey shimmer in the palette. I'm just using this on a pencil brush just to ensure I can get into that corner. And I'm going to wrap that around onto my inner corner there. And that's beautiful and plays off of that orange shade really nicely as well. The formula of this one is a little bit more flakier as such. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it's flaking up a little bit, but it's not impacting how it goes on. And I've got nothing under there on my lower lash line at all, and you can see it's going on super bright. Normally I use glitter glue with shimmers, but not on my lower lash line because I always worry about doing it there. And then I've got a little bit of space then, I'm going to echo the green that I've got there, but on my lower lash line. I'm going to use a pencil brush to do that as well. So I'm going back into a green shade there, run that along the bottom. It's quite powdery to lay down on the lower lash line with a stiff brush, but I wanted to try and make sure that I kept it where I wanted it and it didn't end up too blown out, which is what always ends up happening with me. Okay, so that's what we've got right now. I think I'm going to go in my waterline with an orange pencil to echo the orange in the corners. So I've got Linda Hallberg's Likeable Mood, and I'm going to, as I say, pop that into my waterline. And I think that's added a certain something to the look there. So now all I've got to do is hop off camera. I'm just going to do a liner, just over the top of my lids. I don't think I'm going to do a wing because I've got so much wing shadow going on. I think it would be competing with that. So just going to add that and choose a lip for the look, and I'll be right back with you to show you the finished look. So here's the finished look then, guys. I really love how it turned out. It's a bit gothy, bit vampy, and definitely Halloween season appropriate, particularly if you were going to a party but didn't want to do the whole costume kind of look, you know, with the face paints and whatever. It's definitely got the feels of the season. And I paired it with a Chimera lipstick from Lethal Cosmetics. This one's Nemesis, which is black, but it's got a little bit of sparkles in it, but not very much. It's mostly black, but really love wearing black lipsticks. Just don't get the chance to do so very often, but it's Sunday today and I thought I can wear what the hell I like, so I'm going to wear it. So my thoughts on the VR Neon palette then from Kaleidos. Obviously I've only used, what, 3 of the shades. So I've used the green, the orange and that metallic. That green has got a super nice tone. I can see me using that a lot, and I love how it paired off with the black and that I could get it sort of deeper but still keep the tone in it there. And the orange is super intense. So I'll be interested to see how I get on when I blend them as like a proper blended look rather than just sort of packing them as I've done here for more of a structured kind of look like I've got here. You know, if I was to blend them in my crease and whatever. So I'm definitely going to do more looks with them, and with the turquoise palette as well, the electro turquoise. So let me know what you'd like to see. Also think they would play off of each other really well, because you've got a lighter orange in this one than the tones of the orange in that one. So I think if you were going for an orangey look with a bit of white silver kind of on the lids, that could look amazing. So I've got lots of ideas for those two together, and I think although they're completely different colour schemes, they will pair really well together, and with the other palettes that they've brought out previously. So I love these little palettes. I think the quality of the packaging is incredible, the magnetic sort of closure, the designs both sides, the little mirror that's in them, they're just so nice. The only thing I'm not a fan of is these, because they just fall out and then I'm not sure which way around they go and what the names of the shades are, but that's YouTuber problems. That's not going to affect you guys if you're using them. Before I had a YouTube channel, I cared not at all about whether a shade was called one name or another. I used to just pick them up and use them, so I don't think it's a problem for the general consumer. It's more, as I say, just YouTuber problems really, because I want to be able to tell you which shade I've used, but as there's only 6 in the palette, it's easy to point to them anyway. So loving how it's come out. Would you wear this one maybe to a party, guys? I'd love to know. Have you got these palettes? I'd also like to know that. Would you like to see more looks with these? I'd love to do it. I think they're really inspiring shades, and the quality and the formula of both the mattes and the shimmers with Kaleidos are always good. There's slight difference, as I say, in the shimmer formula to the one in the Cyber Bronze. The silver in the Cyber Bronze is like liquid metal on the eyes. This was a bit more flaky, but then I've not used it in the same way as I normally do, as I say, because I normally pack over glitter glue. I didn't want to put glitter glue into my like tear duct area, because then I end up getting it into my eyes, which I don't want to risk. So I will definitely be playing with them over glitter glue, spraying them, giving you all the details as I do other looks, and I intend to play with them in my own way, making some spooky sort of looks for the season. Like the red, I think I can pull a black in as well, and I think it's great to have a black to kind of ground these sort of colours, and I think most of us have got a black in our collection, so I hope you didn't mind too much me doing a black sort of smoky kind of massive wing. It's turned out massive. I only started off with a tiny one and it got bigger and bigger, but I actually really like it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching. If you're new to my channel and this is the first video of mine you've watched, then please drop an emoji down in the comments to let me know that you're new. Something spooky for the season. If you're a returner, then thank you so much for all the support for my channel that I've been getting from everybody, particularly with my most recent video that I did for the 1950s look, which you've all been so kind on that one. Couldn't get much more different a look than the one that I did in this video. But that's the fun of makeup, isn't it? How it turns you into a chameleon, really, and that's what I adore about it. So anyway, guys, hope you're having a lovely day or night wherever you are, and I hope I might catch you in the next video. But see you soon. Bye.